Hello, friends, and welcome back to the new episode of r/IDontWorkHereLady. 3 more great news stories await us today, and the first of them is, I've done what many wish to do. But before we start, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. This happened earlier today. I went into a Walmart on my way home from work. I'm a 19-year-old male who's 6'4", 285 pounds and working construction. So dirty jeans, ratty t-shirt, and filthy work boots. So I walk in and start browsing the aisles when a sweet old lady asks me to get some snack cakes off the top shelf. I say, yes ma'am, and get her the snacks. My parents always taught me to be polite and courteous, and I tell her to have a good day. As I turn to leave, I hear the sound of a Karen. Dumb C, or DC, clearing her hoarse 20-year smoker's throat. I try to ignore her when I hear her yell, "Hey, dip crap!" I turn and say, "Pardon me, ma'am?" And that's when she goes on a tirade. "What abhorrent behavior! How could you treat a customer like this? Are you effing stupid or something?" I tell her, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't work here." She yells, "Bullcrap! You're obviously lying through your teeth!" I tell her, "No, really, I don't work here, and I don't have time for this." I turn and start walking when all 5 foot of her grabs my shoulder to spin me. Didn't work. She starts screaming at me, and I'm getting really aggravated. I explode, yelling, "Who the F do you think you are putting your hands on me? I don't know what kind of dumb world you live in where it's okay, but if you ever put your dumb hands on me again, I'll break them. Are we clear?" She's speechless that someone dared to talk to her like that. Her husband, Entitled D, or ED, comes running after hearing our little shouting match, comes up to me screaming, "What the F is wrong with you? Why are you yelling at my wife?" I can tell you that she will lose a hand if she touches me again. "I ought to kick your butt." Then he shoved me. I'm now enraged and I've had enough. I hook him in the jaw and kick him in the chest. It was then that the manager and 2 deputies show up and put me in cuffs. The manager and deputies ask each of us what happened, and of course the entitled couple lied. DC said I harassed and assaulted her and then assaulted her husband. I tell them what happened and requested that they view the security cameras. DC and ED go white. When the deputies and manager return, the deputies take the cuffs off me and put them on ED. And the manager bans DC from the store. Best trip to Walmart ever. I hope it'll be a good lesson for them. And our next story. I do work here, and the show is over. I'm going home. Turned out longer than expected. Happened last night, and I'm still chuckling about it. I'm a sound tech at a pretty busy venue in a southern college town. We have tons of weekly events, bands, karaoke, trivia, fundraisers, etc., and a bar that's open from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. most days. I work with about 3 other sound techs, but I'm the primary tech because I have the most experience / was dumb enough to get a college degree in audio engineering, thinking it would profit me somehow other than the gratification of polishing audio turds from entitled musicians / patrons. But I do love my job, and most of the people I work with. Being fairly close to a well-known college, if I told you which one, you'd get why this happened. We get a lot of kids playing with mommy and daddy's money who come in, act super entitled, and usually get promptly put in their place. This will be a description of one such occasion. Anyway, we just had 2 bands play, and I was none too happy with them since they arrived an hour late and gave me the completely wrong input list, prompting me to do a ton of extra work routing almost 3 additional and weird instruments into the mixing desk. They had finally finished around midnight, and I was making an attempt at coiling cables around a mountain of band gear. I was almost done when a gaggle of college-age girls, led by a taller blonde whom I'll refer to as Kit, Karen in training, stumble in. Very loud, very drunk. I hear them start making demands of the bartender, who also just wants to go home, and is sorting out their drink order, explaining he can only serve them 1 drink each, and they need IDs for everyone, blah, blah, blah. I continue my work, put the microphones away, and now I'm packing up the mic stands, some of which are mine, when Kit walks right up to the stage and approaches me directly. "Hey, so when's the band gonna start? What do you guys play?" Actually, I tell her, "You just missed them. I'm just the sound tech. I'm packing up for the night." "What? But why? It's only 12 and we just got here." Well, they've already packed up. I'm just waiting for them to move some stuff off stage, and I'll be out of here as well. We have another show tomorrow. You can come back. And she interrupted me at this point and physically touched my arm. Well, can you do me a huge favor and set up karaoke for me and my friends? I saw in the events that you guys do karaoke. No, sorry, can't do that. Karaoke's on Thursdays if you want to come back then. I can't believe you're telling me no. We're patrons and brought like 10 people. Fun fact, their group had 6. To your bar, and you're saying that you can't accommodate us? Well, sorry, I'm a contractor actually, and I haven't been approved to do any additional work. I'm pretty expensive hourly, and I'm pretty sure my boss isn't going to want to pay me to stick around and set the sound system back up just for you and your friends. Seriously, just come back Thursday. It's a lot of fun. This is ridiculous. Where's your boss then? I'll talk to him. Well, he's not here tonight, but feel free to email him, though. I give her a business card, hoping that would end the interaction. If he's not here, can't you just do it? How would he know? Cameras, dude. It's not worth my job. I told you, I'm not doing it. I apologize for the inconvenience, but even if I wanted to, I'd get in big trouble without approval. I have to finish working and get off the clock now. Bye. At this point, I turn away to finally finish packing away the mics and stands, and she just kind of stands there dumbfounded. I ignore her and go about my business. I walk back behind the sound booth to cover up the board for the night when I notice Kit and one of her friends picking up one of the band's guitars and the other mock playing the keyboard, literally banging on it. At this point, I'm PO'd. Being a musician, nothing makes me angrier than entitled and inexperienced strangers touching my gear, and I'm sure the band I mixed for would feel the same way if they weren't out back getting high. I march back to the stage. Okay, you and your friends need to pay your tab and get the hell out, now. Why? This isn't even yours. Why do you care? I'm going to ask you one more time. Pay your tab and get out, or I'm calling the police. At this point, her friend is looking pretty embarrassed and saying something about how they should just leave. Whatever, you're a douche. We're never coming back here ever again. Fine by me. Pay and leave. Now. I grab the guitar away from her, and she and her friends pay their tab and leave. Kind of non-dramatic ending, but I did hear them complaining about me loudly to the bartender. After they left, he slipped me a free shot for making them leave so he didn't have to. I clocked out, drank it, and laughed, knowing I'd have a pretty good story for this sub. And our third story. I don't work here, senor. So this happened last Sunday. I live in Querétaro, Mexico, a small city 2 hours drive from Mexico City. This month, they're celebrating the 486th anniversary of its founding. The mayor of the city is kind of want to be cool with young people, because there's a lot of us, and next year's a re-election year. So because of the anniversary, there were free concerts all over the city with cool indie bands playing. But on Sunday, one of the most popular rock bands in Mexico was invited to play, Café Tacuba. Café Tacuba had been playing since the 90s. They have tons of hits and people love them, so it was really hard to get tickets for the show. But luckily I have a good friend who was the first drummer of the band and is still very good friends with the members, so he had backstage tickets and invited me to the concert. The concert was amazing. It gave a great performance, and after the show my friend and I went backstage to say hello to the band. We were having a beer and chilling with them, me trying to play it cool, not asking for selfies or anything. Just trying not to be a fanboy. If you've been backstage, you know there's a lot of staff doing their thing, and they're usually fans that got tickets thanks to the radio. But there was a guy that caught my eye just looking at us and not doing anything else. He just looked like he didn't belong there, kind of like a geeky look. At one moment, the manager called the members of the band, and they all went to the dressing room. That's when the geeky guy decided to make his move. He pulled me over and started talking. Hi, my name's Jose Perez. The mayor sent me to thank you for the concert. It was amazing. You guys really rock. First of all, I was amazed that he thought I was a member of the band. The guys have like 50-something years on the other side, and I'm a 28-year-old skinny baby-faced guy who looks more like I'd be in a boy band. The mayor is really happy with your performance, he says. He's a huge fan of you guys and was really excited that you agreed to play in the city. At the moment, I was arguing with myself between being honest or just saving him the embarrassment. But then he said the magic words. Here's some tickets for the after show downtown. Free drinks and food for you guys. Wow, okay, thank you. Say hi to the mayor. I knew the band was going back to Mexico City, so they weren't using the tickets, so I thought, what the hell, I'm not hurting anybody. But then he called a group of girls and asked me for a photo so that he could show it to the mayor. At this point, I was embarrassed because if the mayor is a real fan of the band, he'll know I'm in no way a part of it. But I didn't really see a way out of the situation. I already had the tickets in my hand and the girls were already posing with me, so he took the photo, thanked me again for everything, and left. I hope he doesn't get teased at work for confusing a rock star with me. Still went to the after show. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.